One of the guys that's going to have a big year is Jerry Jeudy. What did you see from him, and what are we going to see in these clips?
Well, Jerry Judy's making all kinds of catches, but when I watch Jerry Jeudy, I get really up close. I try to get up close and kind of see these guys' mannerisms, right? So the first thing you see was Jeudy running a route. Then you see Luke Floria. So here's Jeudy pushing vertical before he breaks that stem on the slant route, kind of a bang eight concept. Then you see Floria out of the bunch. And the reason I have this route yesterday is Floria is a guy who consistently gets open. And we know Judy's a guy that's going to be really good. And we know Tillman, hopefully he's a guy that's going to be very good. But Luke Floria is not a feel-good story. And Luke Floria is a guy that gives these guys a slot receiver they have not had. And I wrote an article comparing him to Julian Edelman, and I'm not saying he's at the talent yet. But when you look at when Julian Edelman came out of Kent State and he was a quarterback and the things he had to do as a late-round pick, this Floria kid does a lot of things really well. The fact that he's from men are great, but that has nothing to do with why I think he can make this team. This is a talented kid who does a lot of things in the slot, and that slot receiver is so important to a quarterback. Easy throws, short throws, move the sticks. You and I talked about easy yards for years now. This is the guy that could really help this offense, and I think he has a real chance to make this football team.
Yeah, and you mentioned Edelman. Edelman is a guy that played on special teams the first couple years and then kind of evolved. So it's not he has that skill set athletically. If he can contribute on special, they're going to be looking for reasons to keep him. If he can find a role on special teams, which I believe he can, he has a chance to stick.
Oh, there's no question. If he can be a gunner on that punt team, because they have to win on special teams, if he can help on kick return, punt return, at least be in the mix. Again, they don't have receivers. Not only are they not deep at receivers, but they're especially not deep with sudden twitchy guys in the slot. They have Carter, but they also want Carter. They've had issues with their kick return. The kick return, punt return has done absolutely nothing for them in the last couple of years. So I know they got some guys that want to do only that. And I think Floria, because of his ability to work in the slot and work with motion, and I understand he's undersized, but in the slot it doesn't matter, right? He's got to work against linebackers, work against safeties. This is a kid who has a chance to make the team because of his skill set. Again, I've gone from, this is a feel-good story with some talent to this is a kid that can really help this offense because of what he does in the slot.